Hello and welcome back to MoonClan. My name is Frost or Frosty, as most of you probably know, and I am excited to jump back in onto Moon 2 and soon to be Moon 3 here with MoonClan and our little Frost kit. So this is currently where our clan stands. We're definitely still on the smaller side, but certainly growing. Now, I did get some recommendations that align with what I think I'm gonna want to do when it comes to interactions and like statuses and such, which is just focusing on cats that Frostkit would actually be close with, be they friends or family or mentors, apprentices, things like that. Maybe the leader if we end up being a bit more, I guess, of a suck up there. But otherwise, I think we are just going to focus on our immediate cast and crew, which means that a lot of these cats, as time progresses, could become more background characters. While we're a kid though, I think it's totally fair that we kind of be interacting with everybody, even if it's a bit more shallow. Just because I can really foresee a kit being kind of bouncing all over the camp and interacting with whoever, whatever, wherever they can get into. As we get to become an apprentice though, that's going to slowly narrow down more and more and more. And then we'll kind of go based off of our characters' actual relationships in game to see who we interact with as well as just general statuses. So I think that's going to be the best compromise overall, since I have played this a little bit and I found that if you interact with every single cat all of the time, you will be down grieving for every single death, and after a point it just kind of becomes unplayable if a lot of cats are passing away for any reason. And at least for me on that save file, I've gone like a full year of my cat just grieving various other cats, so I want to avoid that here if we can. Furthermore, if my cat for any reason ends up hating another cat naturally, then I will also kind of be encouraging that rivalry by having more antagonistic interactions with them. So that's just a general update with where I think we're going to go from here. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our next moon. Alrighty, so moving into our Moon 2 alive, Moon 3 for the clan. Swamp Spot stares at you sternly, their paw firmly holding your tail, keeping you in place. You don't want a lecture. Not now. It was an accident. You swear you would never, ever, ever pour honey into the warriors den as a prank. Not you. Definitely not us. You follow the warriors with your eyes as they leave for a patrol. You cannot wait for your turn to explore beyond the camp. A warrior brings you some honey to taste. It's absolutely delicious and you beg the warrior for more. Which may be where we got the honey for our little prank in the first place. Skypaw has reached the age of 6 moons, has been made an apprentice with Stonefruit as their mentor. So Stonefruit's going to be proving themselves a little early on. Blue Runner thinks that they'll have a small litter. They decide to move into the nursery in preparation for their soon-to-come kits. Frostkit is disappointed when Moonpaw doesn't uphold a promise. Frostkit offers Judas shades and feathers as a welcome gift that they can use to decorate their new nests. Okay, so I guess spoilers alert, we've got a newcomer. Stonefruit had a heated argument with Frostkit and said some very hurtful things. Ravenkit appreciates how Frostkit always seems to ask how they're doing. We're not really getting along with many people, are we? Moonpaw's ear is no longer torn. Baypaw travels to Bliss Clan to resolve some recent personal disputes. And Bitespeck finds a kitty pet named Judas who joins the clan. The kitty pet decides to take on a more clan-like name and is now called Judas Shade. Let's check out Judas Shade here. Oh, this is so pretty with all the little like light in the clan. I didn't really mention it before, but I do have dark mode and nighttime on for this clan, just because I do feel like it really makes a lot of sense to have MoonClan be a bit more nocturnal based. Whether or not that's, more aligned with actual cats or not is kind of up for debate since they're more crepuscular. But I think having a more nocturnal clan is just a bit of an interesting take. Also, what is this? Is this like the Loch Ness Monster out on the lake there? I did also see that the artist who did this art was, had seen the last video, so make sure you give them some love because I really do adore this background. They did such a good job with it. Okay, so here's Judas Shade, looking around the camp with wonder. She's a senior adult gray female with a 2-color pelt. She is 114 moons, so really very close to her elder years. She is loyal, incredibly clever, and a fur care enthusiast. Fur care enthusiast definitely sounds like something that a kitty pet would be traditionally enamored with. Alrighty, and I did put our clan's history here just so I couldn't forget or get it mixed up. We are least likely to accept outsiders and most likely to antagonize on patrols. So when it comes to Judas Shade, I kind of feel like she is on that brink of acceptability being a kitty pet, especially with our current clan and their background. But since we are a newly formed clan, I think she's probably just managed to kind of appeal to Sparrowstar and his nature. She's loyal, which is a very valuable trait in a clan, especially for a cat that probably rebelled against their own leader in some way before. Having a loyal following ensures that you're not going to face your own mutiny. So I can see her getting a little bit more of a pass that way. But I did say before we'd pretty much only be accepting cats in Greenleaf and or cats on time skips, and it's both in this case, so I think Judas Shade is totally fine to stay. It looks like she came here after dreaming of starry-furred cats, following their whispers to our clan. So between that and her cleverness, that could very well be what won her a place in the clan. Sparrowstar is currently playing a prank on Weasel Kit. That seems a little mean. Never take things at face value, little kit. That's a lesson I had to learn. Blue Runner feels a sense of understanding after meditating on an issue. We overhear Blue Runner and Sparrowstar very seriously discussing some diplomatic affairs with Clay Clan. Clearly, they're too busy with important matters to chat with you right now. Clay Clan is also the one that sent like half our cats here to spy on us. So that could well be what they're discussing, the possibility of traitors in our midst. Bitespec is listening to a kitty pet talk about the two-lake place. Please, Frostkit, not now. Oof. Sorry, Clan, I have the worst headache. But that's kind of what I mean right there by I feel like a kit would be everywhere bothering everybody all the time. So we'll leave Bitespec alone. We won't insult them. Baypaw is playing a prank on Swamp Spot. Hey there, little Frostkit, you've got quite the spark in those eyes. You remind me of when I was your age, destined for greatness, I can tell. Let's see. I think we'll keep randomizing this. Just for now. I don't really want to be, prioritizing my cat in any way. So if I happen to show up on a randomized roll, then that's fine. But I'm not going to mediate my cat with anybody else or antagonize them with anyone else, just on its own. Everything else, I may be trying to push cats together or apart depending on where the story ends up going. Icy Ice is napping. Hey Frostkit, are you okay? Yeah, I wouldn't normally involve myself in anyone's business, but you looked a little bit down. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, of course, but I thought I'd let you know. I'm here for you if you need me to be. Since Icy Ice has this deep dark forest bond, but it's calm by nature, I kind of get the feeling that the dark forest bond is something that was put onto Icy Ice. Maybe in a similar way to what Ivy Pool experienced, where like some long ago resentment boiled up and encouraged that dark forest bond to kind of come in and form, but then ICIs themselves didn't really, encourage that bond. But that's still very much a defining factor of who and what they are, and that's something that they'll never shake. So I can see them trying to get us to warm up to them, to open up to them. That way, if we ever end up encountering something similarly, then maybe she can try and encourage us off of that path and save us that same burden that she had to carry. Judas Shade is saying, "Oh hey Veroska, can I get your advice on something? Please, it will only be a moment of your time." We sit beside them and look down at the ferns at their paws, green, yellow, and darker green. So while I was on patrol, I came across these two like nests. On the borders, they have made of wood, right? These giant posts. They were strange glittery things that looked like leaves that wound up the wood, and I thought that just looked so cool. I'm going to decorate my nest a little bit in the same way, and I want your advice on what looks best. So, which fern? We point to the one of our choice and explain why. Their eyes light up. "Yes, that's perfect. I love it. Great thinking, Veroska. Would you like to help me decorate?" I can definitely see Judas Shea just grabbing those leaves on their way out of their two-leg place. Just casually walking by a fence and seeing some decorative, whether it's in like an actual fern or like Christmas decorations, I don't know. And just dragging that with them as they follow StarClan over to our clan's camp. Swanspot is injured with the mangled leg still. She's currently eavesdropping on Judas Shade, so maybe not fully trusting of our newest member. "Hey Frostkid, are you okay?" "Yeah, I wouldn't normally involve myself in anyone's business, but you looked a bit down. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine of course, but I thought I'd let you know I'm here for you if you need me to be." So Swanspot is trying to connect to us too, I think. Stonefruit is feeling happy, probably because he just got an apprentice. Oh Veroska, don't sneak up on me like that, you really scared me." Greenpaw doesn't think that they've been living up to their mentor's standards lately. Rules are there for a reason, Veroska, but sometimes I can't help but wonder if they're truly for your own good. Still, we must respect them. That's what being a part of MoonClan means. Coyote Paw thinks that Pigeon Paw will make a fine warrior. Hi Veroska. Sorry I can't play right now. I'm a bit busy. Maybe Raven Kid can help you out? Pigeon Paw doesn't want to go on patrol with Coyote Paw. Wowza, you should have seen yourself just now. The paw work of those moves. You're amazing. Did you learn that from watching me train? You did? Cool. Hey, you want to learn another one? We fumble on our paws, copying their movements. You giggle as Pigeon Paw guides your strides and strikes. You'll be an apprentice soon enough. Moonpaw is currently dreading their apprentice duties. Oh, Frostkit, what's it like having a mentor? Well, it's nice having someone caring for me instead of the other way around. I tend to be a bit of a worrywart, haha. It's nice having someone I can ask for advice and all that. That's nothing for you to worry about just yet. Let's get you back to bed, alrighty, little fella? Then here's Skypaw all grown up. She wonders if they'll have to fight a battle anytime soon. She grew to be humble but tidy. I really like her markings too, how like this one's so much more defined and this one kind of fades in and out. That's really cool looking. Hey Frostkit, can I ask for a little bit of advice? I've been trying my best to continue training the best I can, but I'm really tired after staying up all night trying to help gather herbs for the medicine cat. I want to be a warrior, I really do, but do you think I'm not cut out of it? Thanks, it means a lot. I mean, you just became an apprentice. Give yourself a little bit more time. Here we are. We're wishing other cats would stop babying us. Weaselkit is trying to growl menacingly. Weaselkit and Ravenkit are comparing the size of their paws. Mine are bigger. Mine are totally bigger than yours. Hee hee. I definitely feel like Weaselkit is the largest of our litter for some reason. And then Ravenkit I feel like is the smallest. A lot of the comments are pointing out just how much Ravenkit resembles Ravenpaw from the series. And I mean, it's just totally there. The only thing that's different I think is the eye color. Even the trait is exactly the same. He's currently trying not to shake with nerves. Ooh, are you playing a game? Is it Moss Ball? It's hide and seek. Eep, I don't really like that game. It's way too scary. Okay, let's go out on our patrols for this moon. For our LifeGen here. An apprentice, their eyes lit with the fire of purpose, offers to teach us some basic hunting moves. You can already see yourself a full-fledged warrior stalking through the forest with deadly grace. We stumble through the steps, your kittenish clumsiness holding you back. But the apprentice is patient, reassuring you with gentle mew that you will get better with time and practice. So that's very similar to, I think it was Pigeon Paw that was showing us the moves, so that lines up really well. Whitesback heads out on an herb gathering patrol, searching for the evergreen, ever-reliable horsetail to harvest. As a plant that grows without losing any of its green leaf bare, while also having crucial herbal use in stopping blood loss, it's a welcome sight in any well-stocked den. Okay, so now every single warrior but Judas Shade has a mentor, or has an apprentice, and we've got a few cats down that are missing their mentors. So that means if we want to send apprentices out with mentors, they're going to have to go on a border patrol because we need to have at least one. So we're only going to take the most experienced apprentices, and the rest are going to get carted off to hunting or training. Okay, I think this is what we're going to try and do. And the rest of these guys, especially since Skypaw has 0 training, are going to be split between a training and a hunting. We don't necessarily need the hunting right now, but we're never going to say no to more experience and also a little bit of extra when winter does come around. The patrol hears a cat begging for their housefolk to come back, just barely legible over the sound of a monster speeding away. Okay, so this is going to be a cat is on our territory, which means we have to proceed. But because this is for an outsider, and we're least likely to accept them, most likely to antagonize, it's going to be split between whether or not we proceed or whether or not we antagonize. Especially since Sparrow Star is leading this patrol. So, since it's Greenleaf, we're going to have a chance to accept this newcomer. I'm going to make it a 50-50 shot here, and I'm just going to roll a random number generator for myself. Okay, so I've got 1 to 10. We're going to say odds, we antagonize, evens, we accept this cat. I got a 9, so odds, we are antagonizing this cat. We tell the kitty pet that they aren't welcome here, but after they hear that the kitty pet is ill, we agree to carry them to a nearby two-leg den to find help. My reputation towards outsiders has worsened. Okay, I think this is going to be our distribution for training. While helping gathering herbs, Skypaw stumbles upon a bush of red berries. Since this is a dangerous patrol, we're going to check our cat's traits here. And we're going to mostly be looking out for the bold, arrogant, oblivious, confident, daring, adventurous, which I'm not seeing. We do, in fact, have a nervous trait, so we're not going to take the risk. As our last patrol heads out into MoonClan's territory, I suggests a high-cover hunting ground perfect for ambushing. And setting up an overly complicated ambush strategy, all the cats do is drive away the prey from the local area, and also fall over each other a bit. We're doing very well this moon. Alright, let's go ahead and skip on to the next. We found a new accessory, white and fawn rabbit. You choose a sword in a safe place for now. I'm gonna look and see what that is in a second. We don't have enough healthy medicine cats, so something has happened to Bite Speck. Wait, what? Oh no. Blue Runner secretly had a litter of 2 kits. Later, as Medicine Cat wails with Blue Runner's blood streak through their pelt, and a warrior comes to move the body for its vigil, no one knows what to do with the litter. This past moon, Blue Runner has taken their place in StarClan. Their loss is mourned. Sparrowsar chooses Stonefruit to take over as deputy. They know that Blue Runner would approve. While Stonefruit does have an apprentice, and as far as I know, the game's only going to automatically select cats that should be eligible for deputyship anyway. So I'm going to make sure that there's nothing else preventing Stonefruit from becoming deputy, but man, Blue Runner was my favorite of the originals. So Blue Runner again. Baypaw travels to BlizzClan to resolve some recent personal disputes. Okay, I guess we just exceeded our bounds on what the medicine cat can handle by themselves, and Blue Runner paid for that with her life. Frostkit is impressed with Ravenkit's willingness to help. Frostkit started a huge argument between Pigeonpaw and Stonefruit. Oof. Swanspot thinks Frostkit was nice to them today. Hope we're being nice to our parents. Sounds like we're not being very nice to anybody else, so. Okay, yeah, the only contingency I'm finding in the rule set regarding deputyship is that they've had an apprentice, which Stonefruit has. And to be totally honest, everybody else has a concurrent apprentice, so that doesn't mean anybody is more or less, I guess, deserving than others. And man, this is just really heightening the distinction between our lack of adults and our numerous kits and apprentices, huh? Man, really bummed by that. I guess she was getting a bit older, but still. I was expecting to have her for a long time. Okay. So it looks like Blue Runner's kits were born to the clan, but their other parent was an outsider that belonged to no clan. So I don't think they're in immediate danger, because not only is this kind of a don't ask, don't tell situation with the queens, but also Blue Runner died to give birth to them. To try and put the kits out after that would be really callous, and I think Sparrowsar isn't going to question where these two came from or who their other parent may be, and is just going to be grateful that we're going to have a stronger future thanks to Blue Runner at some point. The Great Kit was snuggling up to the belly of Blue Runner. He's a newborn male with gray eyes and a masked gray pelt. He is impulsive. Our other is Lilac Kit, a newborn female with cyan eyes and a black rosette pelt. Lonesome. Sparrowsar is currently asking Pigeonpaw if they are ready for an assessment. When you grow up Frostkit, you'll see that sometimes breaking the rules can lead to greater truths. The warrior code isn't everything. Keep an open mind, okay? I do just find it strange that Sparrowsar of all cats is the cat that's kind of pushing us to question everything. And again, he's got a bit of a rebellious nature, but for a cat that's rebelling to seize power in any way, it just doesn't really line up with a cat that's encouraging everybody to question everything, especially when it comes to leadership and rule sets that are in place. So I definitely think Sparrowsar is more self-serving, but I don't think he is necessarily aggressive either. So I don't think he's got a very bloody past. I do think he was a well-respected warrior, but is more so about doing what's right no matter what the cost is than anything else, even if that means betraying morals that the warrior code has laid down. Then we've got Stonefruit, her nervous, very clever cat, who is already deputy at 15 moons old. He has got to be one of the fastest ranking cats. I think he even beats Firestar there. We overheard a rumor that the leader Clay Clan is terrified of Stonefruit, and it's not hard to see why. He must be very big and imposing. I don't think it's his nature. Sitting up on the high rock with that intense glare, they just look so intimidating. Yep, that must be it. So maybe he was selected for being big and strong looking. Bitespeck is chasing kits out of their den. Well, let's go add to that problem. I don't really know how to talk to kits. Hi, I guess? Baypaw is daydreaming about having a mate in kits someday. Yeah, there's nothing stopping mediators or queens from taking mates in kits, so... I think we're gonna improve these two's relationships just to also make a bit more sense as to why Sparrow Star is choosing Stone Fruit. Oh, and it failed. Hey Frosket, I'll give you a badge right if you go up to Judas Shade and call them a huge piece of fox tongue. Yep, huge piece of fox tongue. Sound it out. Perfect. Now go. We do as we're told, repeating the words to the warrior as Baypaw dies of laughter on the other side of camp. Icy Ice wants to speak to Baypaw about something. Maybe their bad influence. Also, Icy Ice is now formally a senior. Are we worried about your apprentice's ceremony, Frosket? Oh, don't worry, it's not so bad. You just have to worry about pleasing your mentor, that's all. But I guess there's a training to consider too. All those battle moves to memorize and hunting positions. Plus there's apprentice and politics too. Making friends isn't always easy. Not to mention the assessments, the huge territory, the crushing loneliness, the massive weight of your playmates, expectations on your shoulders. I'm sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, you'll be fine, don't worry. Thanks, Icy Ice. Judas Shade is listening to the clan leader intently. I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of resentment amongst the rest of the clan on this choice. Just because we really do have a lot of older cats and a lot of cats that are in no position to take over the clan. So I think Sparrowstar is looking to the future with Stoneford as well. Like, just seeing a young, strong cat that's able to take up the mantle now. And I don't think anyone kind of resents that, but maybe they will. Listen, I'm not the type of cat who likes to rake up old bones, but Swamp Spot totally cheated on their warrior assessment. You weren't even here for it, Judas Shade. Swamp Spot is going to help a kid that stumbled over their own paws. Maybe us? Good morning, little one. How'd you sleep? We tell them all about the dream we had last night, and they listen patiently. At least she's being a good mom. Aw, Greenpaw is missing the warmth that Blue Runner brought to their life. Greenpaw is batting at a rock between their paws while sitting in their nest. Oh, Frosket, didn't expect to see you here. I found this rock in the river when I was training. You think I should have been paying attention? I was, don't worry, I wouldn't neglect my training like that. We're really not apprentices for that long, so I think I've got to get everything out of it. But that doesn't mean I can't find pleasure in it too. Gotta find the little things, like a nice rock. Stop and smell the roses. Kittypaw is playing a prank on Skypaw. Oh, hi Frosket. Sorry, I can't play right now. I'm a bit busy. Maybe Baypaw can help us out? Pigeonpaw is thinking about a strange two-leg object they saw recently. Hey, Frosket, can I ask for a little bit of advice? I've been trying my best to continue training the best I can, but I'm really tired after staying up all night trying to help gather herbs for the medicine cat. I want to be a warrior, I really do, but do you think I'm not cut out for it? Thanks, it means a lot. Imagine we just say no there. Moonpaw saw some kitty pets playing with colorful moss balls. Hee looks like I've got a little buddy. Hey little fella, how much longer is it until you grow out of the nursery? Oh, I see. Well, tip for me then, I'd recommend taking the nest near the back of the den. The front is leaky and I don't want you to catch a cold. We'll reserve that for Weasel Kit. Skypaw is asking Swamp Spot questions about warrior life. Hee looks like I've got a little buddy. And they're giving us the same advice about the den. Aw, we're mourning Blue Runner. See, this is why I don't want to keep talking to every single cat, because we are slowly but surely building up quite a lot of like for everybody. And that's not a bad thing. It's really not. Especially when we live in this little village, basically. But I don't want it to hamper the actual playthrough in any way. It does look like we generally dislike Baypaw and Weaselkit, whereas we really like Ravenkit, so I think there's some rivalry with Weaselkit more so than Ravenkit. And I think Baypaw just kind of has that mean girls attitude that is really not appreciated by us right now. Weaselkit is wondering who their mentor will be. I decided that I'm going to be the greatest MoonClan cat ever. I'm going to work super hard, not break any of the rules, and Weaselkit is literally bouncing around with excitement as they talk about their plans. Ravenkit is worried about Lilac-Kit. Ravenkit is the only cat I've seen that's actually concerned about Blue Runner's kits. Quick, the scary monster is gonna get me! Ravenkit dives behind us without a thought, quivering nervously with their paws over their face. We don't see anything but the shadow of a small bird. Is it gone? Aw, Ravenkit. Ravenkit would totally be terrified of their namesake, wouldn't they? And Greykit is growling. And Lilac-Kit... Oh. We're sat grooming ourselves in the clearing. A little newborn stumbles into us. Squeak! Meow! They turn around and stumble away. You're too surprised to grab them before they crawl back to the nursery. Seems at the minimum they have a good sense of direction. Well, I guess Lilac-Kit is already proving to be quite a wanderer. Let's go out on our LifeGen patrol. We stumble upon a stash of fresh moss, perfect for changing bedding in the Elder's Den. With great effort, we managed to haul a good bunch of it back to the den. An apprentice, out of breath, thanks you for your help with your chores. The elders appreciate our initiative and hard work. I didn't honestly expect us to do that, but I will take our cat actually being a little bit more selfless. Okay, we're a little bit more rounded this time. Greenleaf encourages the oak to reach its full potential, wide and towering, and Bitespec goes to collect a harvest of its leaves. The trees Bitespec find don't particularly look safe to climb, and Bitespec is forced to give up on the idea of oak leaf gathering for today. It's a shame. Okay, let's grab these two. And I'm not really liking the look of any of these other apprentices. So I guess I'll bring Algeta Shade and Moonpaw to go on our border patrol. While walking along the border, we notice a River Clan patrol renewing their scent marks up ahead. So actually keeping in line with the original clan theme there. That's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna roll another 50-50 shot here to see whether or not we antagonize these guys too. We are most likely to antagonize, but in Greenleaf I think we may be a bit less prickly here. And it looks like we'll just proceed. When the two patrols get closer to each other, the patrol leader from River Clan gives Sparrowstar a respectful nod, which they return. The patrols refocus on their tasks without stopping for a conversation, but a feeling of mutual respect has been fostered. Excellent. Okay, and I think we'll split these other two up into two different hunting patrols. Because we're actually getting a bit concerningly low here. Eyes glowing with the last rays of the sunset, our small hunting party heads out into the gathering dusk. It's a perfect time of day, the cats melting in and out of their territory's shadowy cover as their successes begin to pile up. At first, only a couple pieces of prey, but then more and more until finally Stonefruit calls out the patrol, not because the prey has escaped them, but because they're gonna have trouble carrying it all home. Alright, that got us like 10 pieces of prey, which really isn't bad. But just for even's sake, I'm gonna send these guys out too. Okay, we hear distant howling and we wonder whether to investigate the noise. So since we're nervous and insecure here and there is a risk of our cats getting hurt, we're not going to proceed. Because the coyotes or wolves or whatever's making that can just as easily hunt us as we can scavenge off them. We decide not to investigate the source. Whatever is making the noise will not be friendly to us. Well, that is true. Okay, moving into Moon 5, Moon 4 for us. We still don't have enough healthy medicine cats. I'm trying to hold off on that for now because I really want one of the new kits to become a medicine cat. We've got a million of them, so it shouldn't be too hard. You and Weasel Kit take a nap together after a long day of playing. We cuddle together into a warm pile of fluff. A bug skitters around the nursery, catching our eye. We pounce on it and hold it up proudly so the warriors can see our accomplishment. As the camp settles down, you curl up in your nest but can't seem to fall asleep. You want to continue to play. Swanspot scolds you for playing too roughly with your sibling Weasel Kit and makes you apologize. You stick out your tongue at them for being such a tattletale. Between this and the cuddling thing, what a sibling relationship. We and Swanspot debate the weather for the next week. We both hope rain doesn't come soon. You shiver at the thought of droplets clinging to your pelt, which I imagine is still pretty thin being a kitten. But still, man, we have aged 40 years talking about the weather with our parent. Sparrowstar calls the clan to meeting and declares Greenpaw to be a warrior. They are now called Green Spore and are celebrated for their independence. I'm probably going to change that name just because I kind of hate Spore as a suffix, and we'll rename Green to something else, but we desperately needed more warriors. Frostkit nods politely as Shoot a Shade passes by. Frostkit started a huge argument between Skypaw and Weasel Kit. I expect feels safe with Frostkit around. Should be the other way around, but that's okay. Swanspot is really surprised that our life isn't as easy as they thought it was. Yeah, our life in the camp is really, really hard. Swanspot's mangled leg has healed up. Rainspore fell into the river and inhaled a lot of water before managing to get out. They've been hacking and sputtering ever since. Weasel Kid tried to sneak out of the camp, but fell and got a bruise before they even left the safety of the walls. Just as well. Okay, so here's Green Spore. Was given a sharp fin to their face from a failed hunt. They grew to be lonesome and a fish catcher. So I'm assuming the sharp fin to their face is from a fish. I was trying to place where that was coming from. They were mentored by Sparrowstar, who influenced them to be more likely to be ready for a fight and put others at ease. When they graduate, they were honored for their independence. He's really got quite a bit of experience there. This may be a bit of a strange combination, but I do think I'm going to stick with Green Fin here. Inspired partially by this, he's had a lot of fish-related traits, so I can see him becoming like one of our more solid hunters, even if he's half drowning himself trying to catch the fish. So I can see Green Fin being a bit more fitting for the fish aspect of it. I forgot to check this out before, but I guess the white and fawn rabbit is just us literally having a rabbit, which is kind of hilarious. Does any cat get that? Nope. Just us. We're special. That's really cute. Let me know if you want us to have the rabbit as a companion. And if you want the rabbit as a companion, what the rabbit's name should be. As a spoiler alert, if we ever get feathers as an accessory, I'm probably going to replace the rabbit though, so bear that in mind. Sparrowstar is asking Skypaw to teach them how to swim. Again, I feel like this is maybe a little backwards here. We overhear Sparrowstar and Stonefruit very seriously discussing some diplomatic affairs with Crooked Clan. Clearly they're too busy with important matters to chat with us right now. So our three clans are Clay Clan, Tongue Twister, Crooked Clan, and River Clan. Crooked Clan sounds like they are going to be up to no good, even though Clay Clan has proven themselves to be the most insidious so far. Stonefruit is currently overthinking a recent encounter with a rival clan. There's too much to do right now, let's talk later. I can't imagine the pressure he must be under, becoming deputy so young. Whitespeck is checking up on the warriors. When you grow up, Frostkit, you'll see that sometimes breaking the rules can lead you to greater truths. The warrior code isn't everything. Keep an open mind, okay? Oh, Baypaw's all grown up. Man, she's so pretty. I just love the Torties and the Calicos. I just... mwah. Love it. She's currently trying to convince a songbird to come to the ground by recommendation of Frostkit. Perfect. She's shameless, a great singer and great storyteller. So maybe she's trying to sing to the songbirds, on our recommendation, of course. Boo, gotcha. Heck, you didn't even see me coming, did you, little one? One day you'll be as sneaky as me. I'll just randomize this go. I can see the kits being a bit more fond of some of the seniors. Icy Ice is watching Weaselkit pretend to hunt a mouse. Rules are there for a reason, Frostkit, but sometimes I can't help but wonder if they're truly for our own good. Still, we must respect them. That's what being a part of MoonClan means. Judah Shade is trying to set a good example for the younger cats. Listen, I'm not the type of cat who likes to rake up old bones, but Swanspot totally cheated on their warrior assessment. Swanspot saw Coyote Paw sneaking a bite of fresh kill. Sigh. Thanks. Hi, Frostkit. Yeah, I just got back from a hunting patrol. I had really embarrassed myself. I had a mouse literally walk into my paws, and I still failed to grab it. Sounds like me in middle school anything. Yes, that's true. I'm not going to always succeed. The best thing I can do is get back up and get back to it. You're right, Frostkit. You're always right. Thank you. That's what you need to hear as a child. Inflate my already inflated ego. Talking to Greenfin now. Are you worried about your apprentice's ceremony, Frostkit? Oh, don't worry, it's not so bad. You just have to worry about pleasing your mentor, that's all. Well, I guess there's training, the battle moves, hunting positions, apprentices, then politics, making friends, assessments, huge territory, crushing loneliness, the massive weight of your classmates' expectations on your shoulders. I'm sorry, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, you'll be fine, don't worry. Coyote Paw is helping to reinforce the camp wall with brambles. Hey, I need an opinion if you're up for it. Do you think Sparrowsar would like this flower? I saw it the other day and it reminded me of them, but I'm worried they won't like it. Thanks for the help, I appreciate it. Sparrowsar is not their mentor. It would have been cute if it was. Pigeon Paw is daydreaming about having a mate and kit someday. Gah, holy haystacks, that hurt. What the heck, Skypaw? This is just a game, not an oh, let's beat me to the pole. Pigeon Paw turns around to see you trotting up to them. Whoa, didn't see you there. Hello, Frostkit. You're just playing, though I more so think they just want an excuse to claw me after playing too rough yesterday. Yesterday, is that why you did it? Pigeon Paw turns to face their opponent, who raises an eyebrow in response. I'm sorry, Skypaw. I should have known that I was too rough. You're right, this is supposed to be a game. We're playing for fun. It's not supposed to be serious. I should have been softer in our games. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry. Pigeon Paw glances at you before shifting their gaze back to the cat before them. I'm sorry it won't happen again. Oof, you want to play again? Okay. Hey, Frostkit, you want to join in? That was cute. Moonpaw saw a two-legged kit playing with a kitty pet. Oh, be careful near the brambles, dear Kit. It's easy to get hurt. Skypaw is wondering what living with two legs must be like. Hey, Frostkit, can I ask for a bit of advice? Same thing with the medicine cat. I want to be a warrior, I really do, but do you think I'm not cut out for it? Thanks, it means a lot. We are currently playing Mossball all by ourselves. Weaselkit is telling Graykit to catch them some fresh prey. That's, okay. Weaselkit is sitting outside the nursery, their expression shifting between a look of awe and determination as they watch Sparrowsar move about the camp. Ravenkit is asking the older cats how kittens are made. Frostkit, family means forever, right? We're always gonna be together? Oh, we're not gonna turn out like those siblings that fight all the time and stop liking each other, are we? Heh, of course not, I'm being silly. Why would I ever stop liking you? Weasel Kit definitely seems the most estranged out of everybody here. But Raven Kit does like me and Weasel Kit. Like a bit more equally and a bit more strongly. Raven Kit really likes me compared to Weasel Kit, so we're just especially close. Because we're special. So I feel like Weasel Kit by consequence is the odd one out, but I seem to be the one holding the most grudge against Weasel Kit by comparison. Alrighty. Here's Grey Kit, a bit more grown up. He got in trouble for bringing thorns into the nest. Frostkit, 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 look at this feather Judas Shade brought me. It's so pretty, and it came from a real live bird out on the territory. Can't wait until I get out and explore the territory myself. I can have all the feathers I want. And here's Lilac Kit, who I think is going to be heart-stopping when she grows up. She currently wants to stay in their nest today. Oh hey Frostkit, what's wrong? You're worried about how much time I spend by myself? Psst. Don't you worry about it, I keep myself plenty of company. You are your own best friend after all. Heh. Lilac Kit stares wistfully off into the distance at all the other cats around camp sharing tongues. Depending on how we end up growing, I may be a bit more prone to befriending the lonely cats too. Just because on my own games it's been very rewarding, I guess, to actually see the lonely cats open up a little bit more as you befriend them. I think that could be really cute, but if we're not compassionate or something like that, then I don't see why we do that, so just something to keep in mind. We find a shiny pebble near the small, bubbling stream that runs through the camp. We pick up the pebble and decide to give it to our best friend as a gift. They are ecstatic and cherish our gift. Who is our best friend right now? Ironically, it might be Bitespec. But, for canon reasons, I'm going to say we either gave it to Swanspot or Raven Kit since they are our family. And that's a bit cuter than the random messin cat that barely likes us. The blackberry brambles will be at their peak leaf growth soon, if they aren't there already. Bitespec heads out to replenish our socks. They tend to pick their way through the blackberry thorns to reach the leaves, but soon becomes clear it's a hopeless task. Okay, who is going to be our border patrol? Well, Sparrow Star is going to be on there. I think we'll take Icy Ice and Coyote Paw to round us out a bit more. I really want to try and keep the Mentor Apprentice thing going, but I don't really want to add on a whole nother pair if something does go wrong, you know? While on patrol, we notice some suspicious paw prints in the mud beneath the canopy. That means that we have to proceed. They lead to a trespassing rogue. We hide ourselves behind the bush and set up an ambush that sends the rogue fleeing off the territory. Awesome. That's best case scenario there. We've got about 3 moons worth of prey, but now is the time to stock up for winter. So I think we'll send out 1 hunting patrol, and we'll save the most inexperienced for the training. Our patrol encounters a clearing where a lot of 2 legs linger. I'm gonna go by the same rule of this is being a dangerous patrol, so the more reserved cats won't go, and the more bold cats would. We have faithful, gloomy, sincere, and loyal, so I think this is really more so up to us. If this was a more experienced patrol, I would say we may risk it, but I don't think our apprentices would, or our mentors would risk our apprentices, so let's not go. While Skypaw and Stonefruit are out walking, Skypaw seems preoccupied. When Stonefruit brings their patrol to a halt to ask what's wrong, they reveal they've been having a hard time sleeping. Their dreams are filled with shadows and images. Stonefruit listens sympathetically, gently nodding as Skypaw pours out their trouble, until the apprentice eventually runs out of words. They've been dealing with a lot, apparently. While Stonefruit isn't too sure what to do, they can offer support, time away from Skypaw's troubles, and that is already enough to make Skypaw's ears stop chirping. Alrighty, I think we're gonna leave it off there. I was hoping to try and get through Kit Hood this episode, and we mostly got there, but I want to be mindful of time and respectful of that as well, so I'm not going to push for episodes past an hour-long recording, and then it can get edited down however much from there. It probably won't be too much, honestly. So that's going to be the current plan, and next episode we will go ahead and see our litter grown up to paws, I think. So that will be very exciting, but thank you all so much for watching. If you are so inclined, feel free to check out the description for some links, including to the Discord where you can come hang out with me, be a part of some events, or just get some general sneak peeks and previews. If you're so inclined, you can also follow me over on Twitch. I will be streaming a bit more frequently over there, including some things that will be getting uploaded to this channel, whether that be clips or VODs. There should be an extra special surprise coming here soon of a VOD, so if you would like to be a part of that as it happens, make sure to give me a follow over there. And as always, thank you very much to Parental Units for supporting the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And with all that being said, stay safe and happy. I'll see y'all next time, and bye!